Hey, everybody, thanks so much for watching tonight. Oh, my God, we've got Oriol Rosell, baby.
Of Orlando City. He's going to be joining us on the show, talking to us about things going on in Orlando, things going on maybe in, the MLS Rookie Symposium.
And stuff in Europe, a lot.
A lot going on today. So all this and more today on the
Cooligans! Yeah, baby!
Wow, look at this.
My voice is cracking.
He wasted his voice in the intro.
I'm becoming a man. I can't wait. Oh, things are going to descend. It's going to be great.
Yes, this show. Who knows?
Yeah, our ratings. Because I mentioned that just now.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Hello, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
All right, we are your favorite stand-up comedians.
That's right.
That host the funniest soccer show that you have ever seen in your entire life.
And it's not just that. It just so happens to be the gulliest.
Correct. Gulliest is one word.
All right. When you're in the Bronx, it is.
So we're excited about today's show because we have a fabulous guest. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, but we have to start by introducing our incredible guest all the way from Orlando.
Orlando. He's played for Espanyol and Barca B. He's Barca youth system. Played for, oh my God, Orlando. Went back to Europe. Back in MLS. He was just at the Rookie Symposium, and he's now on with us, so he's helping everybody with finances and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, unless you're driving, put your hands together for the one, the only, Oriol Rosell! Let's go!
Uri, nice
What's up, guys?
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Okay, I hope that wasn't too much because I know we can. The energy can be a little, uncomfortable.
We come in screaming a lot.
No, I really like that. I really like that. Bring this energy up, please.
Okay. Thank you. Absolutely. I think my first question for you is obviously we've seen you play in MLS before, and doing a little bit of research in your background, you were with both Espanyol and Barca. I guess they're youth teams, correct?
Yes.
How is that possible? I thought they absolutely despised each other.
Yes, and you want to know the truth? It's even more funny than that. I was about to go to Real Madrid, but then like a week later to say yes to them, Espanyol came and say, hey, I would put you in like a taxi and you can stay at home actually because I'm from Barcelona and you don't have to go and live in Madrid. So I stayed in Espanyol for 1 year and then I went to FC Barcelona for almost 7 years.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I've never seen a player with both of those names. Like even Pochettino recently, the rumor was that he was going to go to Real Madrid, and he said he would maybe consider Real Madrid, but he would never consider Barcelona because he had coached at Espanyol or been at Espanyol. So that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was in Barcelona, it was kind of hard to find Espanyol like kits and stuff, and Barcelona's just everywhere. But then I got kicked out of Camp Nou because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I was upset that they had Cesc Fabregas at the time. So I picked up the Champions League trophy, which apparently you're not allowed to do. And I jokingly said, I'm going to take it with me to Arsenal. And they were like, get him out of here. And I got kicked out of Camp Nou.
Growing up, were you a Espanyol fan or a Barcelona fan? Or what were you more loyal to?
No, I always been a FC Barcelona fan, but of course, when you are young and you have the opportunity to go and play at that level, I decided to go and be with Espanyol for at least for 1 year, and for my system, the way I play, it was better for me to move to FC Barcelona.
That's great, and we were in Bradenton, Florida for the ISC Futures, and we got to see the
Barcelona girls team,
La Masia and Femenil, and we got to see the youth teams both play. And even at the youth level, I'm like, some of these kids, these 14-year-olds might give some, MLS teams some trouble. They were really, really good.
Yeah, tiki-taka all the way down. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Leaving that system, I was just going to say, leaving that system, what were the main takeaways that you bring now into American soccer and MLS?
Yeah, I think I've been lucky enough to play with FC Barcelona for a long time and of course they have that philosophy that it's always very difficult to find in other teams, and it brings a lot of qualities to your game. And of course, I think here in MLS, it's good to have these qualities because you are a little bit different than some other players.
Okay, yeah. In general, I like when, especially European players, they come play in MLS, right? Because usually what happens is, people always think there's a negative stereotype about the league and the quality. But not only are you bringing some of that quality to the league and realistically helping it improve and bringing some of those ideas, but you're also like ingratiating yourself and learning more about the country and being more involved in the growth of American soccer. Like, you were just at the MLS Rookie Symposium talking to a lot of the players. So what were some of the nuggets of advice that you gave to the MLS rookies that are now going to be in the league?
Yeah, first of all, I think I explained a little bit more my situation when I arrived here in 2012. For Sporting KC. I was the year before in FC Barcelona B, and I knew that I wouldn't play in the first team because it's so difficult, But of course, I could play second division in Spain, but I wanted to try something else. And then I heard about MLS, and I jumped out of it. I think was a really good opportunity to me to grow. And people say, hey, but they just go like old players to go there, and I say no, let me try, and I did like a couple years, very good years. I am the first Spanish to win the MLS Cup, which was 2013 with the Sporting KC, and after that I got sold for Sporting Lisbon. And I was in Lisbon for 4 years, playing Champions League, UEFA League. So for me, instead of thinking that MLS is just a place to retire, was for me a place that I then, after that, I moved forward. And I knew that I wanted to come back because the league is growing so fast. That is a place to be, And that was one of the things that I talked with the rookies about, like, you guys are in a very good position to have a soccer career, and you got to take the chances and be prepared for this.
Wow, that's great. And it's something that, especially for rookies coming in, it's great to have someone like yourself who both came from Europe, played in MLS, and used that as a springboard to go to Europe. We've got more with Uri as soon as we get back. That's right, baby. We're back, and we're here with Oriol Rosell of Orlando City. So when you came in from Spain, you went directly from Spain to Kansas City. Was that your first time in Kansas City?
Yes, that was my first time.
And right away, I mean, one of the things that I remember so fondly about Barcelona is the food. But I can't explain how dramatically different the food in Barcelona, including portion sizes alone, are from Kansas City. What were some of your thoughts of like barbecue and having that really for the first time, like real deal barbecue?
Yeah, I think it was a huge difference between the plates, I remember that
huge is a good word for it too.
I went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I had like a plate of pasta, and I remember it was like for 2 or 3 people at least. For
no, that's for one American, right? Uri.
I know.
We're not all trying to have abs, okay? Yeah, I love that you went to Cheesecake Factory too. Come on, man.
That's
very tourist guy.
Yeah,
sure.
But about the barbecue, that's one thing that I really like in KC. I was really into it, and I think that they do a really good job.
Okay. Yeah, they do a great job. I just love, when I was in Spain, there was all these restaurants like especially in Barcelona, like the Pinchos, right? Where like you pay by how many toothpicks are on your plate. Which, as an American, I'm like, put the toothpicks in your purse, to my wife. I'm like, we'll get out of here for free. But I can't imagine, like, paying for ribs, depending on how many bones are on your plate. Like, they'll never work in America.
That would never work.
No.
So I want to talk about I want to talk about your time in Orlando City in a moment, but I want to ask about because you were in the Barcelona system and a Barcelona fan. There's
And
a lot
Barcelona's in the news right now.
Barcelona's in the news. A lot of drama with Barcelona. They fired their manager Ernesto Valverde, and top of the league, has only lost what, 2 Champions League matches during his time, something like that, and they let him go. So what is it about the standard, the level that Barcelona requires that they can't even keep their manager even throughout this success
While winning.
Great question, but it's Barcelona, guys. Barcelona, they have a higher standards, people behind it, the fans. They are not happy just with the wins. They are happy when they win and they play really well, right? So I think that was one of the things that they sacked him, because some of the fans, they didn't like the way they were playing, and especially after the lose against Atletico Madrid in Arabia Saudi.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's hard to lose those matches against the big clubs like that. But I mean, you won everything else.
I thought they didn't care about the Supercopa, right?
It's
I
like,
thought that wasn't important.
As comedians, imagine you're on stage doing an hour and everything is just crushing, and one joke doesn't go well, and the audience just gets up and leaves, and you're like, I got 20 more minutes. Yeah?
That's the Barca standard. Everything has to be absolutely perfect. That level of attention to detail and pressure, obviously, I imagine it could be very challenging. But let's talk about now in Orlando City. Orlando's been a team that we've, we're in New York. NYCFC and Orlando came in at the same time. The expectations have been so high for Orlando. The stadium is absolutely gorgeous. The level of support
jam-packed
is incredible. We were there for the All-Star game.
Super loud.
And it's always the coming up short. That's always, I can imagine it's incredibly frustrating. But what is the sort of temperature like? You have a new coach, Oscar Pareja. What's the temperature like, and how's everything going now in Orlando? What's the expectation now going forward?
Yeah, I think we have a great stadium, great staff, great players, and now they are just built the new academy. So for me personally, I think it's a team that we can do much better than what we did. And I know that the expectations for me are high, and I'm happy because I'm in a place where the fans are really into it. They feel soccer, they smell soccer, they live soccer. So hopefully this year we can bring some success just for them, because they deserve. They are there. As you guys said, the stadium is always full, even if the results are not there. So I think that this year is going to be a huge year for us, and hopefully we can make the playoffs and make happy for our fans.
When you first got here, was how hard was it to understand some of the MLS rules, like playoffs and things like that? Like, I'm sure, Tam, we don't understand it. I can't imagine you understand it. I have no idea what's happening there.
Designated players, was it all like overwhelming?
Yeah, I guess these 3 players can't drink at the bar tonight. Like, designated player doesn't make a lot of sense. But when it comes to things like playoffs and stuff, has it changed the way you play soccer because you're trying to get into the playoffs versus trying to finish top of the league like in Europe? Has it been a little bit of a learning curve for you?
Yeah, for me it was a change, because I'm used to who ends first is the winner, and I see here opportunity to the guys that they are not well during the season, but they finish at least within the playoffs. They have the same chance, or almost the same chance, as the guy who ended up first. So I think for the fans' perspective, it's interesting, and I feel like it's very exciting for them. For us, if you are on top the whole year and then you are in the playoffs and you lose, it's a little bit unfair. If you are the bottom of the playoffs and you win, it's great. You have you took your chances, because at the end is one game, is a knockout. So you can be the whole year good, and then you lose one game because some reasons, and you're out. So it's very difficult to win, which makes this league very competitive and excited for the fans.
When do any other European players reach out to you and ask you for advice about coming to MLS? And when you do you just be like, look, don't even listen to the rules. It's confusing. Just play soccer. Coño, yo no sé lo que están
Yeah. Exactly. The rules can be a little difficult to understand. At the end, they are there to make the teams more equal, and so every fan has the chance to at least think about winning. And with the other leagues, that is very difficult to happen, because there are always 3 or 4 teams on top that they will be with more money, and they will spend much more money with some players. So this format I think it's good for the fans, so they can always think that this will be their year.
Yeah. And we were talking before we started taping about how much I look like Nani, right? And I just want to make sure, because
Yes.
you are his teammate. And when we were at the All-Star game, I was trying to get a photo with Nani.
Right.
I thought that would be just a dream come true.
Just to prove that it's 2 different people.
Just because everybody thinks we're people think I'm playing next to you, right? Yeah. So I just want to get your opinion on how do I look like Nani? Maybe a relative, a cousin, a son? How close do you think I actually look like
Nanino over here?
I think at least a brother, you know. I don't know if a twin, but very, very close.
Okay.
Brother's pretty good.
Brother's pretty good. I'll take that.
I only look like the janitor at Orlando City.
But let me tell you something. To be like Nani, you gotta have these abs.
Okay.
Because he's
He doesn't
Okay,
have
I don't know.
I'm not just there. Yeah.
He's friends with me, so I won't ever let him eat that healthy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When Nani did sign with the club, what did that mean to you, and what's it like playing with just obviously a huge star like that?
Yeah, for me it was a very exciting time, because I already play with Sporting Lisbon.
That's right.
Oh, right.
So he asked me how was the life here, where the place is, how was the team before coming, and of course I say, man, you gotta come here, and you'll do great things here. So for me it was very personal, and I'm happy that he's here, and I'm happy that you look the same as him.
All right, well put. All right, we'll be back with your result right after this.
What's kicking? I'm DJ Devaney, and I just kicked it with the Cooligans.
That's right, baby. We're back. Uri, we have a group of fans called the Gully Squad. They're like our most dedicated fans, almost like supporters for the different clubs. And we let them ask a couple questions. One of the questions is by Felix Palau, who said, what kind of pride do you feel when you represent Catalonia, and what does that mean to you? And for those of you who don't know, Catalonia is a region around Barcelona, almost as if like New York City had their own national team, which would be amazing. We'd be playing in Timberlands and backwards Yankees caps. You know how we do.
Yeah. Jay-Z was singing the national anthem.
But for when you play with Catalonia, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, because at the end I'm from there, and also playing with these amazing players like Piqué, Xavi Hernandez, Busquets, Victor Valdez, like Cesc Fabregas was there too. So being on the same locker room and sharing experiences and games with them was for me was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's and not to get necessarily too political, but you've spoken about this, about how even if you had the opportunity to play for Spain, that you would not accept a call up. What is, because I've never been to Barcelona, I've never been to Catalonia, I don't know the exact, but I see what I see in the news. Like, what is the general sense of, like, you know, wanting independence, and how important is it to you?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they want independence. A lot of people, they don't want. I respect both of them, and at the end, this is like a personal decision. And we've seen some things that they maybe are unfair. Some people say are not fair. Some people, they say, are fair. So for me, I know what you want. I don't like much to talk about politics, but of course, Barcelona has always been my first land, and for me, if I have the chance to play for Catalonia, I would do it.
That's awesome. It's I remember the first time I saw the Catalan flag. I didn't know it was the Catalan flag. I was like, yo, what a remix of the Cuban flag. That's so dope. Because it's like the triangle with the star in it. I was like, hey, yo, Catalan lit, dog. They made their own Cuban flag. Because I'm Cuban. And then I saw it, and I was like, when I looked it up and I saw the, I think Catalonia played, I think it was like Puerto Rico or like an African team that was like a friendly. And then I sort of started to understand a little bit more about what was happening there. So, yeah, I mean, obviously we don't talk about politics on the show, but thank you for explaining exactly what that means to you as one of our questions from our fans.
So the other thing I wanted to generally ask about is just now that you have a new coach, Oscar Pareja. Have you guys already had meetings? Because we got to interview Oscar Pareja.
It was amazing
while he was at FC Dallas. You might want to check out that interview so you can get maybe understanding of how he is, because they call him Papi, and he definitely pulled out the belt on us.
Yeah.
He was
going to hit us with a chancleta.
Yeah, I will check.
But what's your interactions with him? How have they been so far?
Yes, I didn't. I just saw it the other day because I had to go to the academy and pick up some things. But for now, I didn't have any further conversation. But of course, in the next few weeks, definitely I'm gonna talk with him and see how he is. But I've heard really nice things about him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a father figure. I grew up without a father, so talking to him, I'm like, "Can you be my dad?" I mean, he's like so warm. I was like, "I'll do sprints. You want me to run?" I'm like, "How about 2 laps around this table and then someone get me an IV?"
I want to ask also about the rivalry that Orlando City has with Atlanta United. Those are always chippy games, very intense. How do you approach those games?
They always feel like playoff games.
Yeah, they're always wild games. How do you approach them?
Yeah, and especially now with Miami FC, so
right.
Now it's gonna be both. It's always great, right? These games are the ones that the people are more passionate about. There's always this rivalry, and I always take these games as a special games, and I try to give my best just for the fans.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anyone like when you have to mark a particular play? Like, is it? It's like, oh my God, Martinez. Like, it's like I have to make sure Joseph doesn't score or whatever. It is a realistically, even we're neutrals, but it's like I watch Atlanta and Orlando, and I'm like, all right, come on, Orlando, I want you guys
make it even.
Make it even. That's what I want to see it. But the intensity is clearly there, and you feel it from not only the players but the fans as well. You guys clearly want to win these games.
Absolutely. It's something that, as fans, when we watch, we're like, it's just exciting to watch back and forth. But the fans, especially on our Twitter and stuff, they get crazy with it. It's a lot of fun to watch. I love when we post, whenever we post a joke, they'll go after each other in the replies. And I feel like a parent. I'm like, kids, go to your corners.
But just in general, it's nice to see this in American soccer, right? Because we it's still growing. But the fact that American soccer fans are this mean to each other about soccer.
That means it's growing.
That means it's good. That means it's like
good.
the rest of the world.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you feel like it ever gets to a point where it makes you uncomfortable or crosses a line, or is American soccer banter doesn't even come close to what happens in Spain?
Well, in Spain, Europe, when I play in Portugal, they were like a lot of these and probably worse. So when I see it here, I really like it. As you guys said, it's because the people are interested. They think that the game is growing, and for me, just being able to see this, sometimes you laugh, sometimes you get a little mad, but that's the game.
Do you ever like look at sort of the life in America? It's obviously a little bit more relaxed being a soccer player here than it is in Europe. But do you ever still kind of, when you open the front door, just look both ways just in case there's fans of the other clubs or anything? I mean, when you go out to eat, do you still like wear like a fake mask, like a mustache or something? Or you're totally comfortable with the American lifestyle now?
No, I am comfortable. I am comfortable. One of the things that I like here is people respect the players. Even sometimes you don't have the results. People, you can walk and people will be nice to you. It depends wherever you go. It's not like this. So I really appreciate that.
That's awesome. Obviously, MLS going through a lot of changes, especially in this offseason, right? A lot of stuff going back and forth with the CBA. Maybe you're not completely sort of involved in that, but what have you heard? What are you hoping for?
Yeah, I don't know much about what the negotiations are and what they are claiming. This is there's always a team of players in each team that they are the ones designed for helping the guys who negotiate the CBA. But I think new things will come, probably better salaries, better accommodations for the trips, and hopefully they can also help the rookies to make a bigger impact.
Okay, yeah,
that'd be great.
Charter flights would be nice, right? Is it weird flying with like just like
a couple accountants,
just lawyers and everything, just like in seats next to you? Is that like a big difference from the European soccer lifestyle?
I think because the flights are so long that of course would be much better if we charter. I know that it's very expensive. But would make the difference because sometimes we play at 4 and we cannot catch the flight until the next day. So if you charter, after the game, you just can go and sleep home, and that would make a huge difference. But at the end, while the league is growing, we cannot have everything on the first day. So I understand that, but hopefully one day we'll get there.
Sometimes I wonder if all the frequent flyer miles just go to Don Garber, and that's why he doesn't want charter flights. He's like, I fly everywhere for free. Come on. That's what I would do.
Somebody's getting those miles.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was out there. Everybody use my credit card when you're buying them flights.
Yuri, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really, really appreciate it. Muchísimas gracias. Lo agradecemos mucho.
Wait, hold on. In Catalan, you just don't end any of the words. Like, much gracias, right? Is that how you say muchísimas gracias in Catalan?
We're not too good with that language. We got
Moltas gracias. Moltas gracias.
Moltas gracias.
Moltas gracias. Well, moltas gracias to you, Uri, for being with us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Oriol Rosell of Orlando City. All right, we'll be back with more right after this. All right, welcome back. Thank you, Oriol Rosell. How cool is that?
We should have pronounced it Rosell.
Why?
That's how he pronounced it. That's how the Catalan pronunciation.
Okay. Well, he didn't have any problem when we said it. He should have spoke up.
He was like, those damn Caribbeans. We teach them a language.
Butchering.
And they do whatever they want with it.
No, thank you so much, Oriol Rosell, for joining us. Just incredible. Orlando City. Check them out this season. So wishing them all the best and the new coach and a lot going on over there. So
he's going to love Oscar Pareja, man.
He's as we all do. So while we were talking to him, we did mention Ernesto Valverde of Barcelona, who was let go, relieved of duties.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how well you perform.
What do you say? Congratulations.
You're fired.
Yeah, congratulations. You did amazing, but you're fired.
Congrats. It's like that. What is it? Khaled. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you win consistently? You're out here. You lost a game that barely in a competition that no one cares about. You're out of here.
But I guess the big letdowns have to be or the blemishes in Valverde's Barcelona career were those Champions League losses, right? He was responsible for the one against Liverpool.
That's
where
right.
they were up 3 or 4, nothing.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was huge. But then they also lost the one. Was it PSG? Didn't they lose? Oh no,
No, that was
they won against PSG.
They won against PSG.
Okay, there was one more. Another Champions League loss that was just.
Nonetheless, I mean, these are like highlight games. Like if you lose to Eibar or Real Betis, I mean, no one's gonna care in like a La Liga competition because you're gonna continue to win anyway.
Yeah.
But in these major competitions, especially where it's mostly knockouts, it's like you can't.
Yes, they Barcelona.
And again, no one's calling the Supercopa a major competition here.
Let's just get that clear.
Yeah.
But no, Barcelona suffers from the similar to what Bayern have to deal with, where the league in itself doesn't really matter because they win so often.
That's their training for Champions League.
Yeah.
So thank you, sparring partner of Real Sociedad, for showing up. You're about to get mushed.
Because it was a go workout.
Yeah.
Felt like I burned a couple calories today.
You know, those 90 minutes feel like I took it almost a little too hard. You know, I really got to save up for the important games.
Which I'm glad I just didn't hurt myself. Otherwise, this could have been disastrous.
I'm glad we only took it 30%. You know, keep it in second gear.
But no, this is kind of it gets to the point where it's like comical, right? It's just like the.
Ooh, almost had a leg cramp. Oh, guess who's dehydrated, boy?
We were just.
Wait, didn't this happen to Sam?
No, hold on. You were just trashing that these lower league teams, the lower table teams, can't even compete, and you can't even sit down.
No, hold on. Put this. I want this clip cut out and put next to Sam Teagues from Bleacher Report. Same thing happened to him.
Okay.
See, it's not just me. He's in shape. This is from the flight, probably. Oh boy.
That was fun.
I gotta eat a banana, dog. Someone fry a plantain for me.
I was looking at your face. There should be a slow-mo of your face of how shocked you were.
Because I felt it go. I was about to get up. One time, this happened to me while I was laying on the couch, and my wife had no idea what happened, and she went to lift my leg, and I straight pushed her off me. I was like, get away from me. What's wrong with you?
Well,
I'm alive. We're good. I'll just keep my foot this way.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the most exercise you've gotten this year.
You know, like professional soccer players, when they fall on their back and the other players will help stretch them? I need that every once in a while. And it's just from sitting on the couch.
I should really just toss your leg back.
Yeah. Get that stretch going in the middle of the show. If only these mics were mobile.
You know, and then we just tell Fubo to add time at the end.
Yeah.
Stoppage.
Producer comes in with like a big board of how many minutes are left. He's time wasting. They don't have another topic.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do on this show. Most of the show is just us time wasting. No, this is okay. I'm glad.
I'm alive.
I'm glad Alexis is okay.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Professional players.
And then they already have a new coach in place.
Setien?
Setien. How do you say Kike? Kike.
These names all sound like it's a little kid.
No, this is a good name. This feels. I mean, obviously it has to be a nickname. There's no way his first name could be Kike.
That's right. He's like, don't give him my government.
I love it because I feel like I grew up with a Kike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, everybody knew.
I think I dated a Kike. She was awesome. I don't know. Kike, don't you love me? Are you riding? Right? Come on. Everybody remembers the song. I think this is the Cramp talking. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think I read.
You know how mad the producers were? Like, stop! We don't have the rights to that song.
Yes, I hope. It seemed like they had this in place long before they let go of.
He was announced during the firing. That's how quickly it was.
Yes, they clearly.
Like, hold on, don't put on the confetti machine just yet. Hold on. By the way, you're fired.
Hopefully, it works out because all the rumors are that Xavi is going to be like the next manager at some point. They asked him. He's coaching in the Emirates. I forgot what club exactly.
Right.
But they asked him like, "Do you want to coach? Do you want to coach him?" He's like, "I do." I do, but I'm busy right now.
I don't know if you noticed. I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it right. But it looks like
it's a game. You're literally talking to me during a game.
It seems like Kike is the placeholder for Xavi.
Yeah,
that's basically.
But he did get a big contract. I think he got like a 3-year contract or something like that. So who knows?
Yeah, but that's a formality.
That's just a little extra money.
You can't give him. A couple years just because we can't. We don't want to insult you.
Yeah, a couple no-show jobs.
This is gonna be
they do in Jersey.
This is gonna be a 12-day contract. All right, and if you figure it out, then
the contract says I'm hired until Xavi gets here?
Oh, yeah. Okay, and we don't know when he's going to walk in the door.
Whenever he ready is when you out.
So all I'm saying is don't unpack.
Yeah. In fact, you don't have an office. Go work in the car. The Wi-Fi. You'll get the Wi-Fi out there. You'll get the Wi-Fi out there.
The public one that the city uses.
Yeah,
obviously.
NYC Link. You'll get it. The only homeless people using it right now.
And you'll be happy with it. All right. All right, we'll be back, everyone. Okay, Alexis is still with us.
I'm alive. Stretched it out in the break.
That was a little bit of cause for concern.
Yeah.
But no, this your leg's okay, your calf's okay.
I want everyone to know I would have continued. Okay, that's how much this show means to me.
He would have continued, not obviously complaining the rest of the time.
I would have called my lawyer. I would have called some ambulance chaser, but then I also would have continued.
Fubo attacked me.
Yeah. I think the couch has a vendetta against me.
No, but welcome back. So a couple other things we need to get to, because some more news with NYCFC and some more signings and more moves.
Which they kind of had like a bit of a quiet off season for a long period.
Yeah, it was weird. People were mad at the NYCFC's social media team,
right?
Because
they're the ones who make player decisions.
Obviously, yeah.
That's who you yell at.
But they didn't post anything throughout the holidays. They were just like, they had a break, right? They had
they didn't work during their holidays?
So people were like, you're not saying Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
You're not saying
Happy Happy New Year?
Oh, this club is falling apart.
Do you not love us?
Yeah. NYCFC fans were panicking.
Yeah.
No, they just they need time off from the Twitter sphere.
Get the Twitter fingers a break.
But no, a lot of big moves.
What if their thumbs cramp like my leg?
You gotta safety first, everybody.
Everybody eat a banana. Drink some water.
Mehdi Bellucci, the team announcers, will be an assistant coach
which
with
is
the
huge.
team.
Played for the team in the first season.
Played for the team, yes.
Played for also Red Bull.
Yes, and he was the academy team coach, and got the promotion. And obviously, a lot of the players. I'm trying to remember how many players actually played with him that are on the current roster, and I don't think there are any. I'm sure they're familiar with him in general. He worked for the club.
But
right?
you want to keep some of the guys from the original season. You want to have like some of that history that sort of maintains with the club.
Nemec.
Right,
yeah,
not Nemec.
Keep Nemec.
I can hear him not scoring right now. But someone like Mehdi Bellucci, who we've spoken to, seems like a great guy, and it seems like everyone loves him. And I met him a long time ago at a club. Did I ever tell you this?
No.
I met him.
Please, I hope it's not illegal activity.
No, not at all.
No, he just got a promotion.
No. This is a great story. I mean, if it were him, he probably doesn't want it. But no, it was actually Dax McCarty's birthday, and a bunch of Red Bull players at the time were at One Oak.
Okay.
And my buddy was a manager for DJs. They're probably, him and the DJs he manages probably are all working retail right now. They were all very bad at their job. But one of them got a chance to perform or spin the early set at One Oak. And my buddy was like, yo, if you come, like, it'll help. It shows like, it's like a bringer at that level. The more people that show up, the better. So my wife and I go, and there's not many people there. And all of a sudden I just see Mehdi Bellucci sitting by himself. I was like, Doug, what are you doing here? He's like, you know who I am? I'm like, yeah, you're Mehdi Bellucci. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, what are you doing here? And he's like, it's Dax McCarty's birthday, but no one else is here yet. He got there way too early.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so he's just sitting at the VIP section by himself.
At least we know Mehdi's punctual.
So that is a good sign.
That's a good sign. He'll make sure he'll hold the players accountable.
Yeah, he gave me his email, and it looked like a fake email. It looked like he made it up on the spot a long time ago. But yeah, it was a great dude.
Okay, wow. Yeah. It's like when a girl gives a dude a fake number.
Yeah. So your number is 1441444.
Okay, yo, I'm about to smash tonight.
Okay. Yo, could you repeat the number? No, you can't? Okay, cool.
I got it.
I'll just go with what you said. That's cool. Yo, you live in a pizza shop?
So, and not only did they announce Mehdi Belushi as an assistant coach, but they made a signing.
Which I'm very happy about.
Yeah,
very
you
excited
in
about.
particular. This is the Arsenal product.
Yeah, that's right. Arsenal prodigy, American-born.
That's right, Gideon Zelalem.
Gideon. Gideon.
It's
Gideon.
It's Gideon.
Is it?
Yeah, so we just saw him pronounce his
I
name.
thought he said Gideon. The cramp is taking it all out of me. Well, anyway, Mr. Zelalem. When he was one of those players. I saw him in a preseason games with Arsenal when they were doing the tour of like a whole Asian tour, and he was just banging balls, all through balls to Theo Walcott, who he made Theo Walcott look good.
My hero.
Yeah, and all of Everton can't do that. So I just remember the excitement. I looked him up, and all of a sudden I find out the kid's American.
Yeah.
Or sort of has the rights to play for America. Super exciting. Career, a couple of injuries, finds his way to MLS, goes to Sporting Kansas City. If you remember, there was like the videos of like the players purposely avoiding passing to him.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
I did see that. That was a couple months. There was like a couple games that, for whatever reason, Zelalem wasn't getting the ball when he was like
on
open.
purpose.
Yeah,
it was purposely
it
avoiding
seemed odd.
him.
I don't know. Look,
maybe it's a locker room thing, but he's getting another chance in MLS. He's coming out. He's fully signed with NYCFC. It's not a loan of any sort.
yeah. So Peter Vermees took a chance and it didn't work out, and we know how Vermees is, right? I think NYCFC is a better fit for this type of player.
Absolutely. He's very much someone who can control the ball. He's almost like a young Maxi Morales.
I won't go that far, but
In the style of play, not in level of...
He's definitely... I think he's not a person... He doesn't need to hold the ball, but as far as NYCFC playing it in those triangles, they're quick on the ball.
Smaller field.
I think this might be a better fit for him to show a little bit of swag. Like, Sporting Kansas City is a
Flex
more
a little bit.
practical team.
Yeah.
They're very good, but the system is just more like, hey, no funny business.
Hey, why you getting fancy out there, huh?
Okay, so I wish him the best. I think that this is a better opportunity. Yeah, and again, I think with NYCFC, there's as long as he can show a little bit of chemistry in that midfield, I think there's a lot of opportunities for him to play. Because in Sporting Kansas City, I watched a bunch of games last season, and he did not get off the bench. He did not make a lot of the starting line, the 18. But I wish him the best. I think there's a better opportunity.
Well,
here.
I remember when Carbassayun, who was the first American to play for Arsenal, he was the scout. When they found him, they said that he did one of those roundos, and he never got in the middle. He never got in the middle because he was so good at passing. So that's at the youth level. Imagine how much better he is now with all the development and training, all the different places. So hopefully he takes this opportunity and really shines.
I hope so,
because it could be a springboard back to Europe, or maybe he just makes NYCFC look really good.
Imagine. All right, so we'll be back with more right after this. All right, welcome back. So I'm holding a couple stickers in my hand.
These are new stickers, though.
These are new stickers. These are the Cooligans stickers from Fubo Sports. But we're gonna
see them. I got my hand out. Jesus.
I mean, you've seen them before.
I know, but I also wanted to look at them. Yeah, these are dope. I have one on my laptop.
Okay.
But if you're a fan of ours, you haven't had a chance to get one of these until now.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna be in
for the low price of $9.
We're gonna be in Baltimore for the United Soccer Coaches Conference, and we're gonna be at one of the on Podcast Row in one of the booths there. So come and get one of these stickers. Come say hello to us, and we'll give you a sticker. That's
you got to do something though. Like if you show up, you got to yell, "Yeah, baby." And we'll give you a sticker. How about that? And that's only to annoy all the other podcasts on Podcast Row.
Yeah, say yeah, baby, and then also knock over the other podcast equipment
just like
from the other shows.
You know what? Yell yeah, baby into somebody else's microphone. And if you do,
yeah, because it'll become the new Baba Booey. Baba Booey. That'll be the Cooligans thing.
Or that guy in the news who says the thing I can't say.
Yeah, just go up to a microphone and say the thing I can't say. So yes, we're gonna be at the coaches conference, doing a bunch of interviews and stuff like that. We had a great time. This is where we interviewed Ali Krieger
for the first time.
Jermaine Jones.
Oh my God.
Kevin Payne.
Right. 3 amazingly positive
Pillars
interviews.
of American soccer. But no, it's a dope experience. If you're in Baltimore or near the area, come out to the United Soccer Coaches Conference.
If you were an extra in The Wire, I'm going to give you a sticker. Just come by, bring a screen cap of you in The Wire. You get it.
Okay, Idris Elba, what a surprise. Did not expect to see you here.
Okay. I said extra, but it seems like you were a pretty significant part of this television show.
So, and not only are we going to be at the Coaches Conference, we're also going to be there for the ISC, the Independent Supporters Council Conference. They're going to be there doing a lot of events, basically, meetings for all the supporters in the country.
Right.
To
TIFO 101.
TIFO 101. That's the best way to describe what they do.
But it's cool. They share a lot of best practices for being a supporters group and how to work with the front offices. It's an absolute wonderful thing, and they put all their own money into it. So they're going to be there at the same time. So we're gonna double dip.
Exactly. Yes.
Just like our taxes.
And we're gonna do stand up for them as well. Which is
a private event. We wish we could invite you guys, but
but you can't. So it's gonna be dope. So make sure you come by the booth and get these stickers. That is the main thing.
Baby.
I've never been to Baltimore. Have you?
No.
Oh wait, I have been to Baltimore.
Yeah. So far, not memorable. Maybe this time
I did stand up. I did stand up in Timonium, Maryland. So it was it was near Baltimore, but
Magoobies is also near Baltimore.
Yeah.
But we're going to Beanmore. We're gonna get crab cakes, son. Yeah, dude.
Okay. Now I just learned right now I'm going to get crab cakes. All right. So we'll be back right after this.
Yeah, baby, we're back.
Okay, we did it. Another show in the books.
Put it in the book. Find books and put it in there because we did it.
Okay.
One of us almost died during this one.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Who could it have been?
Okay.
It's a mystery.
It's a real mystery. How did he die from a calf cramp?
But thank you for tuning in. We very much appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I like this NPR tone you all of a sudden
subscribe to the YouTube channel because a lot of the full episodes of our show, of all the Fubo Sports Network shows
are hilarious.
Are on there.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Fubo Sport, youtube.com/Fubo Sports. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Cooligans have one as well.
That's pretty dope. You could also subscribe to that. We do a bunch of other weird stuff on there as well. It sounded
Choose your words. Get a teleprompter in here because he is too reckless with his words.
We do weird stuff on there. That's where we did all of our travel videos and stuff. Usually go on there.
Exactly. So make sure you follow @SoccerCooligans on all social media.
And join Gully Squad. Why not? We do weird stuff in there.
Exactly. Make sure donate to Australia, donate to Puerto Rico. Our hearts are with everyone who's dealing with all that stuff. So again, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerrero.
And together, what are we?
The Cooligans!